Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another edition of Foodie Fridays. This is a special edition of Foodie Fridays because we are doing a recipe just in time for Good Friday and for your Easter gatherings. This is an Easter Peeps garden cake. Now this recipe could not be easier and it turned out so stinking cute. I'd mentioned in a grocery haul that I don't have a good hand for decorating. I am a great baker, but when it comes to decorating, I'm not the best at, and I'm happy to say that it did not fail on me, and the Pinterest picture looks very identical to mine, so that never happened, so I was super happy. So the ingredients you're going to need today, guys, for this Easter Peeps garden cake is you're going to need a 9x13 pan. You're going to need some sort of chocolate cake. It doesn't matter what kind. That kind I actually got from the Dollar Tree, that pan as well. You're going to need some Oreos because we're going to crush that up to act as dirt, so I just have the knockoffs to Oreos from Walmart. You're going to need some type of frosting, preferably chocolate. You're going to need some green icing to pipe, however you like, but it needs to look like grass for your garden. And I don't have pictured here, but you're also going to need some orange icing for your carrots. I had some of that orange chocolate coating or candy coating from last week's Foodie Friday, so I just used some of that. And obviously you're going to need some Peeps. And no, I know a lot of y'all hate Peeps. You either hate them or you love them. And so many of y'all were turning your noses up when y'all heard I was making a Peeps cake. There's no Peeps in the actual cake. It's just for decoration. So if you don't like the Peeps, just throw them off and eat the yummy cake. So that's all you need for this recipe. So let's get into it. Go ahead at this point and make your chocolate cake just as is on the back of the box. We're going to pour our chocolate cake mix in our 9x13 pan, spread it out, pop it in the oven. While we're letting our cake cook in the oven, we're going to go ahead and put our Oreos in a bag and start crushing them. I'm just using a bottle opener to crush mine like I did last week for Foodie Fridays. And again, I'm using about 16 to 18 cookies. I had a little bit left over, so you could probably get away with like 15 cookies and you'd still be good. And I wish I would have chopped mine up or, crunched mine just a little bit finer than you see at the end. I had a little bit of chunkiness and I wish I would have done it a little bit finer. At this point, let's go ahead and ice our cake, and I'm using these icings from the Dollar Tree. They're not as big, so I used about a tub and a half, so like $1.50 worth of icing from the Dollar Tree, and because we're going to be loading it up with all kinds of sweetness, so I didn't want to go too overboard with the icing. Definitely could have went with more on here, but a tub and a half was good enough for me. After you've iced your cake, we're going to go ahead and take our crushed up Oreos and sprinkle them on the top. I wanted to cover as much as I could here because I wanted the whole pan to look like a pan of dirt for my garden. So I tried to get as much as I could here without actually seeing any of the frosting. Go ahead and take your green frosting. I just have this one with the built-in tools here, which was awesome for me since I don't have a good decorating hand. I will always buy this from now on. I complained that it was a little pricey in my grocery haul, but this worked out great for my icing for my grass, and I just loved the way that it turned out. So I'm icing all the way around the edges and then in between for my garden rows. Now I'm going to be using some of that orange candy coating to make my little blobs for carrots. They kind of turned out more like pumpkins than actual carrots, but y'all get the point, especially when everything comes into play. As you can see here, I'm trying to make the carrot tops, and it's taken forever and a day and it's not staying, so I was like, heck no, let me just get the little bigger one and do a bigger blob there. And like I said, they kind of look like pumpkins, but they look like carrots, and everybody knows what it's supposed to be, so it worked out in the end and I was happy with it. Now you're going to take your Peeps, put a toothpick underneath them so you could stick them in your ground and they'll stay there securely. And I think I put like 8 or 9 Peeps on here, and I only had yellow and pink. I wish I would have bought a third color that really would have made an extra pop of color and been really cute for the cake. All right, y'all, so this is the Easter Peeps garden cake. I love the way it turned out, and not only the way it turned out, but I think it is going to be so delicious. I mean, chocolate cake, chocolate icing, Oreos, more icing, and Peeps, which I don't like Peeps, but forget the Peeps, everything else, I mean, that is just sweetness overload, and I cannot wait to dig in. All right, also give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying this holiday Foodie Fridays and you're looking forward to making this Easter Peeps cake. I know so many of y'all have said you've been buying the ingredients from watching my grocery hauls and watching my Dollar Tree hauls. So I'm hoping that you had everything available to make this cake today with your loved ones. I know a lot of y'all are off today. I'm off, first day of spring break, whoop whoop. So me and the kids are actually going to be dyeing eggs today. That's my tradition for Good Friday since I was a kid, and with my kids now is to dye Easter eggs and kind of maybe make some deviled eggs or something and just kind of hang around the house and spend time with each other and just really appreciate one another and spend time with our loved ones before we get in the hustle and bustle of, you know, going to all the Easter gatherings and all that kind of stuff. So today's kind of a chill day, and a day in the kitchen is what I love to do for Good Friday. So again, guys, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you're not already. We'd love to have you a part of the YouTube family. I do a Foodie Fridays every single Friday here on the channel. Next week, I'm going to be getting back to my regular recipes. I know some of y'all don't like these dessert recipes for sure. You like the food ones, which I do as well because I love a good crock pot recipe and so forth. So they will be coming back next week. So make sure your notifications are clicked so you know when I upload a Foodie Fridays. Guys, y'all have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you in another video, have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Easter. And I love you guys so much. And we will see you next week with another Foodie. Love you. Bye.